Hello and welcome back to The Load-In, a United Theater podcast with me, your host, Lee Metzger. Today, I am in gorgeous Pawtucket at Kismet Improv. Today, we're going to be talking to Tim Breeze-Thorndike and Rebecca Thorndike-Breeze, the new owners of Kismet, ahead of their upcoming show on March 1st. So we're going to get into that right after this. It's The Load-In. Hello and welcome back to the show. Today I am very, very pleased to be joined by Tim and Rebecca. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks so much for hosting me here at your beautiful stage.
Thank you. Thanks for meeting us halfway.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I have been to Kismet once before, as I was letting you guys know before. And so today we cleared all the seats out, and this is just an intimate evening of us three.
That's right.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we've got a show at the United Theater coming up on March 1st. And Kismet is hosting it. You know, we've got two amazing, unique teams that are coming down, and I wanted to come up and kind of just chat with you guys ahead of that. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get involved with improv?
Why don't you start?
Yeah, short answer first.
I can tell you that. So here's how I see it. Rebecca, several years ago, was looking for a way to get more involved with something like her creative side. Was looking to do acting classes or something like that. And while looking around the Boston area, she didn't find what she was looking for. And she kind of came upon this and said, you know, the best thing that's closest thing to what I actually got here is, taking improv classes over at Improv Boston. Mm-hmm. So she started with that and just really loved it. It's really become her thing.
Yeah. And then what about you?
And I'm here too.
As for me, I've been watching her performances for the last 6 years or so, and I've really gotten to enjoy what this is. And we were hosting a monthly program back in Somerville, and I really enjoyed the community that we created with that. And, we left that about a year ago, and it was kind of sad because I really liked that community aspect, but Rebecca had already been here for a year performing, and we like this space even more. And the people in the community that's here. And so now we get to be the leaders of this community, which is pretty awesome. Yeah,
when we were deciding whether or not we should keep doing the other show in Somerville, which it would take like 90 minutes to get there from here, let's just say. And it's not easy to get to from our house either in Massachusetts. We were just talking, through reasons to, why we wanted to do it, why we wanted to keep doing it. It's fun for us to go out and put on a show and, welcome the people in and set up the chairs and tear them down. And we're like, oh, well, I guess we won't do that anymore. And then just a few months fast forward and we're doing it on this scale.
Yeah, that idea was whack. No, we need to be doing this. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you had already been performing at Kismet.
Yeah. I was cast on the musical house team at Kismet in the spring of 2023. And that was my first house team that I've been cast on. I've been doing indie stuff before that. And so, I'm on the third team that I've been cast on now. I feel like I've been here for a long time. And I guess in like the life cycle of improv, 3
you
years
have been.
is a long time. But I was a performer, and then they asked me to train to coach, and then they asked me to coach my own house team, and then they asked me to produce Thursday Night Vibes, which I named. So they asked me to produce the Thursday night show. And then a couple months later, they asked us if we'd buy the theater.
I wonder what they're going to ask next. You guys want to move into our house?
Adopt our kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's our birth certificate. Yeah. You're us now.
Yeah.
They're going to move down to Cuba and hang out with Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah. Would you be us now?
Everybody has a different kind of origin story when it comes to like why improv. And you said you were looking for opportunities to be creative. What was it like when you first like took that Improv 101? Did you know right off rip?
It felt good right away. Yeah. And I want to add, I guess I care about being funny now. I guess I care about comedy now, but I wasn't getting into it for comedy. It was just like, there's something, I did acting and performance in high school, and there was just like this piece of me that was just sitting in a box.
That's right.
That needed to get out. And so immediately, and it was your standard 101, you know, like I was terrible. We were all terrible, but it just really felt good. And you immediately, at least I was lucky to have a class where we just immediately like felt this improv group mind connection I think, for me, that's why I like a lot of people don't like the Herald. I really like the Herald. And I think that's why.
I think people are, it's the same kind of thing that like, the Star Wars prequels came out and everyone was like, oh, wait, hold on. It's actually cooler to hate Star Wars than it is to like it. So I feel like a similar thing happened when improv literacy is higher than it's ever been. Mm-hmm. And the more people looking at something and analyzing it and being like, well, this is the thing that's normal. And like, this is kind of considered like, if someone can do this, then they should be considered a good improviser. Now it's going to be kind of, now I'm going to kind of like, I'm going to kind of shit on this now. And if you like this, and if you're in line with the meta of the improv world, then you're actually on the outside. And I'm doing the cool new shit that you don't even know about. And so, yeah, I love the Herald too. I think it's got great roots. And I think for where we are, we don't have a lot of improv literate folks. So, and I love long form improv. So putting long form in front of people who don't understand what improv is, that's a tough sell.
Yeah.
So if you give them something, oh, this is recognizable. These are beats. I recognize this from a sitcom, or, you know,
Right.
I'm like, I'm up on this. So I can kind of understand. My dad, you know, will still turn to me and be like, who are these people?
Yeah. The
I don't know, Dad. Pay attention.
The fever dream ballet quality of the Herald is why I love improv. And so that's not the most but it was coming from this like my whatever inner theater person. I connected with it. But I absolutely love all the different forms of improv. But my favorite, my heart is with the Herald for sure.
Now, Tim, I assume you have creative endeavors as well, yes?
Yeah, I actually recently started taking pottery classes. And really love it. I feel like for me, like getting my hands in something just makes it great. Like I do a lot of baking. I like to bake cookies and like get creative with baking breads and stuff like that. But the pottery actually ended up being pretty great for me.
That's interesting. I wonder if it's something like you have improvisational theater, which exists and then disappears into the ether. And then you have what you're doing, which is like, I'm spending this time being creative, but at the end I have this item that is indicative of the time that I just spent.
Yep.
Yeah. And also,
improv.
You have a record, you have artifacts representing the learning process with ceramics and pottery, where, you know, I just talked about like, oh, when I was in 101, I was, you know, we were bad, whatever. I actually didn't think I was bad in 101, but I was.
But it's good that you said that first.
Yeah. But like, you know, the struggle and the difficulties you have, and, you know, you're doing lots of like really ugly pots. You just don't have, you know, the proof unless you videotape it.
Right. And nobody wants to see those tapes.
Nobody really wants any of my first several pots.
But
anyway,
I
that's
do.
for sure.
That's not true. You didn't ask me, Tim. You might have two people who want your shitty pots.
Thank you.
They're beautiful, but then we can see they're getting really good now. Pretty fast too.
I do really appreciate seeing the progression. It helps me, you know, and just being able to do something like this where I can just like totally immerse myself in it and just take myself away from the everyday. You know, it's really important.
So let's talk a little bit about these teams that are coming down to the United.
Yeah.
Right.
Better Than Bowling and the Archehypes.
Shout out.
Yeah.
On screen here and here.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
The graphics team is really showing out today for this
Nice.
episode. So the way that our show is going to happen on the first is we'll have Better Than Bowling come out, do a set, and then we'll finish the evening with the Archehypes.
Cool.
I'm just feeling so emotional. It's a great team.
Yeah.
The Archehypes are doing a improvised spaghetti western.
I think they've shifted to romantic comedy.
Oh, you're
So-
in for a treat, folks.
Yeah. So their format, they do narrative. Like their main thing is it is a narrative. It's genre narrative, and I think they came to this decision as a team, which is a testament to the way that Neil Leahy coaches his teams. It's a collaborative effort. Like he had the narrative vision, and he has the training in doing genre improv, but like having it be an open conversation. Like, are we just going to do one genre all season long? And they've cycled through. They've decided not to. They've cycled through. They started with horror, and then they did Western,
Right.
and now they're doing. I've seen them do it once, so they just started. So they're definitely still going to be doing it.
Yep.
Romantic comedy, like Meet Cute, which is a big shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're pulling it off.
Great. So we've got the Archehypes who are bringing us a rom-com, and then we've got Better Than Bowling that starts the evening. What are they bringing to the table?
Better Than Bowling, a panoply of short form delights.
I think
yeah.
what do they call that? It's like a 10-point word or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
a $5 word.
$5 word.
Yeah, they are any you name it. Like they play all the games. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be doing, but they are a high energy, captivating to watch. What do you think of Better Than Bowling?
The first time I saw them, I was impressed with what they had. There was a number of performers who I had not seen, who are relatively new. They hadn't been on a house team here before, and they're like bringing some really great stuff to the stage.
Like blowing me away.
Really,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's great to see this team has been just consistently really good this year.
Well, from everything that I've heard about these two teams, we're bringing some heaters.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I did bring something for us today.
Okay.
Would you be interested in playing a little game?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
That sounds like fun.
It is. I don't have a name for this game, but we can kind of figure it out as we go.
Okay.
If that's cool with you guys.
That's fine.
Okay. So the
You just get to keep the papers.
these are all for me.
Okay.
You get
I'm
nothing.
like waiting to receive my papers.
Pencils down. So the theater is called Kismet Improv.
Yes.
And just about half of that word is 3/4 of the word kiss.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I am going to ask you two some questions about kissing.
Cool.
Okay?
Yeah.
The first to 2 points wins, but we will ask all 3 questions.
Okay.
And there are some ways to get extra points.
It's very wait, don't tell me.
It-
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm going to cut that. This is completely new.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. Okay. Do you want to do first pass on naming this? I've got.
Oh.
Just be thinking about it, and then we'll come back to it.
Okay.
The only thing I have in my head is kissing cousins, and I don't think that applies here.
I was
No.
thinking Kiss Me at Improv.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
This game is called Kiss Me, I'm Improv.
At Improv.
Kiss Me. I'm going to go with Kiss Me, I'm Improv.
Yeah, I like that.
It's no sense. First question.
Okay. Ready.
Here's a picture of some morally reprehensible people.
Oh, my gosh.
I can't tell who that is.
It's Kanye West and Julia Fox.
Oh, no.
What was the origin of the French kiss? I'll give you some ones.
Okay.
It was developed as a way to deliver messages from prisoners' mouths during the French Revolution. 2, a notoriously amorous culture This more rambunctious method of kissing was brought back to America after soldiers witnessed it in France during World War I. Or C. It was used in British propaganda to make American colonists think the French were sloppy and therefore untrustworthy during the Revolutionary War.
So are we a team or are we competing against each other?
You are competing against each other.
Okay.
All right. I'm going with C.
Well, you have to ring in first.
Okay. Well, B.
Okay. Tim.
I'm going with C.
C. It was used in British propaganda to make American colonists think the French were sloppy and therefore untrustworthy during the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebecca?
I believe it is B.
You will have to...
Beep.
Okay, ready? Yep.
It's
Rebecca.
B.
It is B. A notoriously amorous culture, this more rambunctious method of kissing was brought back to America after soldiers witnessed it in France during World War I. Mm-hmm. Rebecca, you have won the first point. Congratulations.
Yeah.
The term French kiss entered English in 1923, likely coined by Americans who noticed the French's more passionate kissing style after World War I, according to Cheryl Kirschenbaum in The Science of Kissing. Now, Tim, Rebecca has taken a pretty massive lead to begin the game. How are we feeling?
Just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens round 2.
You were faster on the buzzer than me.
I was.
It's true.
Wasn't afraid to be wrong.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the whole game.
Yeah.
That's right.
Number 2. What country has a law banning kissing at train stations to prevent delays?
Oh.
Kissing near trains.
Kissing near trains.
Is it A, Russia, B, South Korea, or C, France?
Beep.
Okay, Rebecca, you have the first answer.
It is B.
B, South Korea. Okay. Tim? Would you care to beep in? Or?
Yeah, I think it beep. I think it's
Okay.
also South Korea.
Okay, we have both answers are B, South Korea.
Yeah.
According to a 1910 law, and technically still in place, it is illegal to kiss on train platforms in the country of France.
Oh my, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's weird.
They're sticking their tongues in each other's mouths.
Blew
over
my
there.
hair back when I read that.
Also, I was thinking it was going to be
Switzerland
Germany
or
anyway.
Germany.
Right?
Yeah.
This law was acted just before World War I to prevent long delays caused by emotional goodbyes as soldiers departed for the trenches.
Oh.
While it remains in
sense.
place, no formal penalty exists, so you should be safe to share a goodbye kiss before catching the train.
Well, all right then.
All right.
Now, I do want to remind you, Rebecca has a 1-point lead.
Yes.
Tim, you have 0 points as of right
I have
now.
0 points, and I need 2.
So, at this point,
There's the 3 questions.
Yeah.
we do have to enact the third question protocol,
Okay.
which the third question is now worth 3 points,
All right.
which I planned ahead, and
Yeah.
that is a thing.
Knowing that sometimes this is what the score ends up being.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I got very emotional there.
Yeah.
All right, last question.
Okay.
Which U.S. state had a law that barred people with mustaches from kissing? Is it A, Mississippi, B, Utah, or C, Indiana?
Beep.
C.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the beep. It is going to be Rebecca with the first guess.
Beeps.
Well, I'm going to guess B, Utah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, good.
All right. It's okay.
Me and Tim actually don't care about that,
Yeah.
so it's whatever.
Beep.
Thank you, Tim.
I'm going with C.
C, Indiana.
Yeah.
An old, rarely enforced law technically makes it illegal to have a mustache if the wearer habitually kisses others in the state of Indiana. Wow.
You won.
Wow. Oh, did I show you the picture?
No.
It's this man.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like she likes that.
No. He doesn't.
He looks surprised she's there.
Yeah.
She looks
I'm
like
getting to
my
kiss this
wife
person.
when I kiss her with my mustache.
Time to trim that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. This is a real thing. Before I came here, my mustache was bothering me, so I went into the bathroom at work and I took a pair of scissors and I
Just
trim it down.
Like your office scissors.
yeah. Yep. They're really, really sharp.
Yeah.
They really don't have any.
And your lip is right there.
I could feel like my back was crawling with bugs.
Ugh.
The game is Kiss Me, I'm Irish.
I'm improv.
I'm improv.
I'm improv. That was bad listening, Lee. And Tim is the winner.
Yay!
Tim, would you like to say any words to the folks out there?
Just believe in yourself, Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah. You're great.
Trust your instincts.
So we are at the end of the show. I do this every episode where at the end of this show, I'll pull up the show page and see if anyone left a review. And then if you want to hear your review read aloud by me live to tape, go to the load in on Apple Podcasts, go to the show, leave a review, give us as many stars as you think we deserve, and I'll read it live. Would you guys like to hear a review?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Reviews for the load-in. There are no new reviews.
Oh.
So if you want to hear your review read live to tape, go on to the thing, scrub
Apple
back 15 seconds to hear
Podcast.
the directions on how to do that, and then I'll read it live. Anything that you guys would like to plug on the way out here?
So, well, the thing is, we have shows 3 nights a week. You want to say them with
Thursday,
me? Friday, and Saturday.
Saturday.
We have shows at Kismet every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Check out kismetimprov.com for all those shows. This month, to celebrate love, we have a show called The Call to Adventure, an improvised epic, which is inspired by everyone's favorite film, The Princess Bride.
Everyone's.
Please correct me.
Yeah.
I dare you. And
Get in those comments, gang.
and if this is airing in time for Valentine's Day, get your tickets.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah, the 15th. Get your tickets and check it out. It's a wonderful show. It's kind of audience interactive, and yet it's also like it's transporting and it's hilarious. It's a wonderful time. But yeah, just check us out. Come and see us.
Incredible.
I want to hype us.
Yeah.
We're very happy to be here.
Tim, where can people buy your bad pottery?
Send me an email. Just write to hello@kismetimprov.com and put Tim's pottery in the message, and I'll send you some pictures, and you can.
And don't write Tim's pottery. You have to hide it in the message, like some sort of codex. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thanks for inviting me up here. I'm happy to come up here and
awesome.
Do this. This
I
was
really
a lot of fun.
appreciate you coming.
And we're really excited for the show, Improv Night at the United Theater featuring Kismet on March 1st.
Heck yeah.
Buy your tickets now. It's going to be a fun night.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the United Theater Podcast Network. If you enjoyed this episode, we encourage you to subscribe to our show so you never miss an episode. And if you could take a moment to leave a review, we'd greatly appreciate it. Your feedback helps us create content that you love. So hit that subscribe button and leave us a review, and we'll see you on the next episode.